Yes, Kenyans. Tamu sana. Tamu sana. Yes. Yes. If you study Uhuru's political moves of late, it shows only two things. Only two things, folks. It shows that Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta is a good student of Robert Greene, the author of the 48 Laws of Power, specifically law number 2 and number 3. Law number 2 is clear. Never put too much trust on friends. And law number 3, always conceal your intention. Uhuru has mastered those two laws and is applying them to the letter. He is applying them to the letter. Equally, Uhuru Kenyatta has mastered the art of political deceit. Yes, he has mastered the art of political deceit, and is doing it without any fear or without any mercy. Whether he will succeed, only time will tell, ladies and gentlemen. As the Sacred Alliance principles are basking on the glory of being closer to power, or rather on being closer to the deep state, in this case Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta and his deep state is busy checkmating these people. Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta is busy checkmating these principles of One Kenya Alliance, these sacred alliance principles. They are basking on the glory of being closer to the deep state, not knowing Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta is checkmating them without their knowledge. Yes, I say tamu sana. So I want to give you 3 individuals Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta is using to checkmate these One Kenya Alliance principles. So if you bumped on this video for the very first time, tap on the subscription button and make sure you give this video a like. Meanwhile, relax and let me explain things here. The first spy, or rather the first individual Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta is using to checkmate these principles is one person in the name of Joshua Kutun. Uhuru is using Joshua Kutun to checkmate Gideon Moi. After the removal of Caleb Kositany as Jubilee Deputy Secretary General, Uhuru had all the options to appoint any person from Kalenjin who was closer or an ally of Gideon Moi. But instead, Uhuru went for the fiercest critique of Gideon Moi in the name of Joshua Kutun from Rift Valley. That was a clever move meant to checkmate Gideon Moi and meant to checkmate Gideon Moi, assuming that maybe at some point, because this is politics, Gideon Moi brings some head, or rather starts behaving in a way that is not really what Uhuru expected. Then Joshua Kutun is there to deal with Gideon Moi in Jubilee Party. That's one individual Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta is using to checkmate Gideon Moi. Then on Saturday, ladies and gentlemen, I mean last Saturday, Mukisa Kitui met President Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. And from reliable sources, or rather from the information we are getting, is that they deliberated on so many things. But one key thing they agreed upon is that Mukisa Kitui, in the next 2 weeks, or rather in a fortnight, is going to be included as one of the party leaders, is going to be included in the list of party leaders, so that in case there is anything to do with BBI and people are invited to State House, Mukisa Kitui has to be one of them. That's a clever move to checkmate Musalia Mudavadi and Moses Wetangula. In the event walete kichwa, Mukisa Kitui is there to checkmate them. Then there is also one person in the name of Alfred Mutua, the Machakos governor. During the Machakos by-election, Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta called Mutua and advised him to withdraw his candidate. And when Mutua came out, he told us in broad daylight that he withdrew the candidate because of Uhuru and Raila's advice. The truth of the matter, Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta is trying to bring Alfred Mutua closer to him to checkmate Kalonzo Musyoka in the event Kalonzo Musyoka behaves in a way that is not compatible to what Uhuru Kenyatta wants. These are very clever strategies Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta is using. And all these strategies are based on the second law of the 48 laws of power. Don't put too much trust on friends. And that is what Uhuru is trying to do. He doesn't put too much trust on this sacred alliance principle. Yes, they might be allies for now, but Uhuru does not put too much trust on them. He has put for them people to checkmate them. That is the second law of the 48 laws of power. Uhuru is applying it to the letter. Then we go to the fourth law. Conceal your intention. Very interesting. And I believe that Uhuru always finds time to read this book, the 48 laws of power. Always conceal your intention. As of now, nobody knows nobody knows Uhuru's intention. An outgoing president, always in most jurisdictions, does not concentrate too much actively in politics the way Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta is trying to do. Uhuru is busy meeting political leaders across the country, everywhere. Just yesterday, he met coast governors, and we are meant to believe he told them to form some political party. He is very busy looking for kingpins, or rather is trying to make them allies. This is a clever strategy that only time will tell whether he will succeed or not. The main intention of that is simple. Uhuru has left so many Kenyans wondering, what does he really want? At one point, Uhuru makes the whole country believe that it's now Raila that maybe is going to endorse. The next morning, he makes us believe that it's now Gideon Moi. The next day is now Kalonzo, Mudavadi. So Kenyans do not know his real intention, or who he wants to endorse, or whether he wants to continue as the president after the passage of BBI. People are left wondering. His intention is not known. His intention is not even known to his closest allies. the likes of Murades and Atoles and the commanders, they have been left confused. They don't know what the king wants. That's a clever strategy that it's only time that will tell whether it succeeds or whether it fails. Ladies and gentlemen, one thing I know and I'm very sure about, I'm very much sure about this. Politics in Kenya, or rather let me say in Africa, is all ethnic based. And voting patterns do not change much. Even in the United States of America, blue states have been blue for so hundreds of years. The red states the same. So for politics to change just abruptly, it can be very hard. So you can collect all the political leaders and the governors, but if that does not resonate well with the people on the ground, then you are just doing nothing. What you are doing must resonate well with the people on the ground. Otherwise, ladies and gentlemen, let me leave it there. If you've bumped on this video, or rather on this YouTube channel for the very first time, tap on the subscription button. Make sure you give this video a like. God bless you. God bless Kenya. Thank you.